The timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. How to overcome the obstacles of modern life. Have you ever received that rejection that seemed to suck all the air from your lungs? That, unfortunately, we've chosen another candidate email, or that we need to talk, that destroyed your relationship? I know what it's like when failure seems to define who you are. But what if I told you that more than 1800 years ago, a Roman emperor already had the solution for this seemingly unbearable pain? Marcus Aurelius, in his intimate writings, left us a powerful lesson. In the midst of tribulations, remember the insignificance of obstacles before the vastness of the cosmos. Today, I'm going to show you how this ancient wisdom can completely transform your way of dealing with 21st century challenges. I believe we all go through challenges that seem unsolvable at first glance. The problem seems too difficult. The pain and anguish take over your chest. It really seems to have no solution. I think not only myself, but everyone has felt or will feel this feeling sometime or several times in life. The big question is, how will we deal with and how to know how to handle these obstacles of everyday life? Welcome to the channel, and I hope you enjoy today's video. Imagine yourself stuck in New York traffic, late for a crucial meeting, while your boss keeps calling you. Your heart races, your breathing becomes shallow, and you feel that familiar sensation that the world is ending. This is the perfect moment to invoke Marcus Aurelius. This emperor-philosopher understood that our problems, however overwhelming they may seem, are just small fragments in the vastness of the universe. Marcus Aurelius's Stoic philosophy isn't about minimizing your feelings or invalidating your difficulties. It's an invitation to broaden your perspective. It's like climbing to the top of a skyscraper and looking down. Suddenly, what seemed immense becomes tiny, almost insignificant in the urban landscape. Scientists at Stanford University discovered that when we practice what's called psychological distancing, exactly what Marcus Aurelius proposes, cortisol levels, the stress hormone, significantly decrease in our bodies. In a study with 124 high-performance professionals, those who adopted techniques based on this Stoic principle had a 38% reduction in burnout symptoms. You probably grew up believing that you need to react immediately to every problem that arises. This is the first limiting belief we need to deconstruct. Neuroscientist Andrew Huberman from Stanford University explains that our primitive brain is programmed to react to threats with immediate fight-or-flight responses, but that this mechanism is often disproportionate to modern dangers, like an aggressive email or criticism on social media. Another belief that imprisons us is thinking that our problems are unique and more intense than others. The truth? Research conducted by Harvard's Resilience Center reveals that 85% of the worries we have never materialize in the catastrophic way we imagine. Marcus Aurelius understood this centuries before modern science confirmed it. Many of us also believe that we'll only be happy when all problems disappear. Marcus Aurelius would say this is a fundamental misconception. Happiness isn't the absence of obstacles, but our ability to navigate through them with serenity. Professor Robert Waldinger, director of Harvard's Adult Development Study, the longest research on happiness ever conducted, confirms it's not external circumstances, but how we react to them that determines our well-being. When we face a crisis, whether an ended relationship, a failed project, or a global pandemic, we tend to see only the immediate chaos. The cosmic perspective that Marcus Aurelius suggests provides us with what modern psychologists call a helicopter view, the ability to rise above the situation and see it in its proper context. Think about how Earth is a tiny blue dot in our galaxy. The Milky Way, in turn, is just one among billions of galaxies in the observable universe. On that scale, your colleague's angry email or the car that broke down at the worst possible moment begin to seem, well, considerably less important, don't they? But how to apply this in practice? A technology executive from San Francisco shared with me how she transformed her relationship with anxiety using the Marcus Aurelius method. Every time she felt overwhelmed, she would stop for 60 seconds, breathe deeply, and visualize her problem as a small dot on a vast canvas. It was like gaining a superpower, she told me. The same problems were there, but my ability to deal with them completely changed. When we cultivate Stoic resilience, we aren't simply becoming more resistant to problems. We're developing what psychologists call anti-fragility, a concept popularized by Nassim Taleb. Unlike something that merely resists stress, an anti-fragile system strengthens with obstacles. It's like a muscle that grows when challenged by weight. Let's do a practical exercise right now. Pause what you're doing for 30 seconds, close your eyes and visualize your current problem as a small point of light. Now, imagine yourself rising higher and higher, seeing that point getting smaller. Keep rising until you see the entire Earth, then the solar system, then our galaxy. Your problem is still there, but notice how your perspective has changed. Open your eyes. This is the cosmic perspective in action. An exercise you can do anywhere, anytime, to regain your emotional balance. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology followed people who faced significant traumas. Surprisingly, 57% of them reported improvements in areas such as personal relationships, inner strength, and appreciation for life, the famous post-traumatic growth that the Stoics already intuitively understood. The inner calm that Marcus Aurelius advocated isn't a passive state, but an active force. It's the ability to maintain serenity even when everything around you is in flames. As he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Neuroscientists at the University of California discovered that regular mindfulness practice, very similar to Stoic meditations, literally reconfigures areas of the brain associated with emotional regulation. Let's compare. In traditional Stoic meditation, such as the contemplation of cosmic vastness, the practitioner deliberately reflects on human smallness before the universe, creating a conscious distance that diminishes emotional intensity. In contemporary mindfulness, the focus is on neutral observation of present sensations without judgment. While the Stoic asks, how important will this problem be in 10 years? The mindfulness practitioner asks, what am I feeling at this exact moment? Both practices lead to the same brain region, the prefrontal cortex, where our capacity for perspective and self-regulation is born. Have you noticed how we tend to ruminate on problems, creating catastrophic narratives in our minds? Marcus Aurelius offers a powerful antidote. It's not the thing itself, but your interpretation of it that causes suffering. This is the foundation of modern cognitive behavioral therapy, which has helped millions of people reframe negative thoughts. The cosmic perspective also teaches us the art of detachment. Not cold and distant detachment, but one that recognizes the transitory nature of all things. As Bridgewater Associates CEO Ray Dalio observed, pain plus reflection equals progress. This simple equation perfectly summarizes the Stoic principle of using adversities as catalysts for growth. In a fascinating experiment conducted by the University of Michigan, participants who wrote about their problems from a distanced perspective, as if they were observing their life from afar, demonstrated better problem-solving and less emotional reactivity than those who wrote from the immediate perspective. This is the transformative power of the cosmic perspective in action. This vision of Marcus Aurelius finds surprising parallels in philosophies from other cultures. In Tibetan Buddhism, the practice of great equanimity teaches that both our pleasures and pains are temporary waves in the vast ocean of existence. The Japanese concept of mono no aware celebrates the transient beauty of things, recognizing that impermanence isn't a tragedy, but the very essence of life. The Taoist philosopher Zhuangzi, 2,300 years ago, wrote about the perspective of the bird that flies so high it sees mountains as grains of sand, an image almost identical to the Stoic cosmic vision. It's fascinating to realize how different cultures, separated by millennia and continents, arrived at such similar conclusions about our relationship with problems. When you recognize the relative insignificance of your problems in the vastness of the cosmos, you aren't diminishing your experience, but expanding your consciousness. It's like adjusting a camera's zoom, pulling back to see the complete panorama. You gain context and proportion. Contemporary philosopher Alain de Botton synthesizes it well. What Marcus Aurelius teaches us isn't indifference, but a more intelligent way of caring. It's not about not feeling, but about feeling with wisdom and context. If Marcus Aurelius were alive today, he would probably be impressed with our technological advances. but perplexed by our growing inability to deal with daily frustrations. In an era of instant gratification, his message about patience and perspective becomes even more vital. Stoic resilience also manifests physically. Researchers at the University of Kentucky discovered that people with greater psychological distancing, the ability to see problems from an expanded perspective, show better immune function and faster recovery from illnesses. Your body literally benefits when you adopt the cosmic vision. If Marcus Aurelius's ideas resonated with you, this is just the beginning of the journey. I invite you to experience this cosmic perspective the next time you face an obstacle that seems unbearable. Try the 30-second exercise I shared and observe how it transforms your experience. And if this video brought any value to your life, please leave your like, share it with someone who might be facing difficulties, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content that unites ancient wisdom and modern science. Your comments are extremely valuable to me. Tell me how you apply these principles in your life, or what other philosophical topics you'd like to see here. The community we're building together is the true transformative power of these ideas. Thank you very much for staying until the end of the video.